Hey, 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 I just wanna have fun. Come and pick me up, meet me at the spot. Up all night till the sunrise. Pop back cool, get ready for the ride. Gonna feel good. Gonna feel good. Holy moly, guacamole in my pockets. What a blessing. Got it on me. I got options. Real stepper. Check the shoes, get it poppin'. Eating good, feeling good. Where my hopping done at? Put it on a plate with some lemonade. That's the way we did it in the old days. Back then, mama said, get up, walk on play. But you better not come home like that. Street lights. We was young, racing. Street lights. Carefree was the best time. Fast forward, daydreaming about the next time. When it's gonna happen again, cause I just wanna have fun. Come and pick me up, meet me at the spot. Up all night to the sun.
Good morning, everybody. Drop a voicemail, 804-592-6160, baby. Don't it feel good?
Feel good. Don't it feel good? How you feel? Turn it up a notch, pop out clean room. Everyday celebration, take a trip vacation. You deserve a day, you deserve a day off. Working for too long, gotta kick back. Turn my cell phone off, wait till I get back. Ooh, yeah, this, yeah. Living my life with no regrets. So I title, link up, pull up on me. Where we on? We did chillin', where we at the spot. What time? Anytime, link up, pull up on me. Where we on? We the coolin', where we at? The chill spot. What time? Party time. I just wanna have fun. Come and pick me up, meet me at the spot. Up all night till the sunrise. Pop back cool, get ready for the ride. Gonna feel good. Gonna feel good. Gonna feel.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to All Rise and Shine, baby. I don't know if the song, obviously, Francis, I can't do Simply Ravishing today. That would not be nice. That wouldn't be called for.
It wouldn't be appropriate.
I agree. That's the right word to use. It would not be appropriate today
No.
to do that song. And if anybody notices, I did like a little Easter egg today. You see how my cut had like a little purple shade?
Yep.
That's Incredible Hulk shit. Because I'm that pissed, baby.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
pissed.
Oh, yeah.
Smack you to like hated this up. I'm not pissed at you, Chad. I love you guys.
Nah. Good morning, chat. I know you guys, they've been talking about this one since last night, Pete. I mean, so we got to deliver. Somebody
I don't even know what
has
to say. I'm just,
Somebody
I
has to.
really am. I'm disgusted.
I
I'm
tell you.
disgusted. I feel left and broken.
Listen,
I feel like a poor dog that his family just said, I can't deal with you no more. Let's leave you outside for the night.
oh, man.
I feel like the Yankees have just given up on me.
This
That's
is
what I feel
they're
like
doing.
today.
This is what they're doing. You see what you're doing to this man? Come on.
I call games. I mean, I do my all. Why the fuck would you guys do this to me for? What? I feel like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Total Recall. What the fuck did I do wrong? That's what I feel like right now. Damn it.
Oh, man. Nah, man. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot of feelings. There's a lot of emotion right now. But I tell you one thing, chat.
I tell you what.
I tell you one thing. Look, the boss and Francis, we're actually in a pretty good headspace.
We are.
We're in a pretty
Believe it
good
or not.
headspace.
If anybody's expecting me to like break a table or punch my hand through a wall, it ain't happening today.
No. We're not breaking tables. We're not that. We're gonna reserve that for
Next week.
if it's necessary.
Next week.
It's in the glass and it says break in case of emergency. We're looking at it, but we haven't broken the glass yet. But I think we're in a good space given the current situation, of this team, this wonderful, beautiful, not so beautiful right now team that we have dedicated our lives to covering, especially
Correct.
you. I mean, calling every game, living and dying on every pitch,
It's
seeing
tough.
everything. It's
tough.
not easy. It's
It's
not
tough.
easy.
It's not at all. It's not at all. It's like being married to Lizzo and seeing her undress every day. It's tough. It's a hard job. Somebody got to do it. Somebody's going to have to do it eventually. It's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do, but I don't know why the hell I said that, but I did.
Listen,
Lizzo, I'm sorry. I apologize.
No,
I love
no,
you,
no.
honey.
But this is
You're
what
a beautiful
happens.
woman.
If she's upset, she needs to blame the New York Yankees, because when
She
they
does.
play like this, people are going to catch strays.
Let me tell you something, Francis. I was very close yesterday. I was very close to deciding to eat a tub of ice cream at night and cry. All right? I was very close to doing it, but then I said, you know what, Pete? You don't need it. A salad tomorrow. All right? That's what you need. Kev, oh my God, I appreciate you for the super chat. Thank you. But first and foremost, we got to look at this. And I'm sorry, guys, but it's just part of the show. We have to do it. Here it is.
Man. Oh, boy.
So, oh, man. Oh, man. Here is the AL East as it currently stands. So the New York Yankees are a half game ahead of the Baltimore Orioles. The Orioles are 7-3 over the last 10. Of course, they once again, I hate saying it, but they once again win the series against the New York Yankees. The Yankees are 5-5 over the last 10. They're 51-26. Baltimore sitting at 49-25. Let's just do a quick thought process, I guess you can say, on Baltimore and the Yankees. So in this series, Francis, what are your main takeaways about the Baltimore Orioles?
I'm glad that you asked the question that way, because that's exactly where I wanted to start before talking about our boys.
Correct.
What I'm taking away about Baltimore from this second series is that Baltimore is not about to play with us. Baltimore is not about to play with the New York Yankees. They don't care about the pinstripes. They don't care about the new road jerseys. Yep. They don't care about Luis Gil's phenomenal season and his nice, pretty ERA. They don't care. It doesn't move them, okay? Yep. They got a bunch of blonde-haired, blue-eyed, baseball-playing MFers on that team.
Yep.
And they are coming into town to hit the best pitchers that you put in front of them. They do not care. Yep. This is a team that has come to ball, and they are driven, and they are on a mission. And ladies and gentlemen, they are still doing all of this without Jackson Holliday.
Yep.
And let's not let that go by the wayside and let people think, this no. Jackson came up, he struggled, oh, he's a bust. No, he's not. No, he's not. At some point, that boy is going to fit into that lineup like Michael Jackson's white glove. Okay? It's coming. He's the glove. He's the glove. And as soon as he fits into that lineup, they're going to be all over the league. All over the league. All right? What I learned about Baltimore is they don't make excuses, Pete. I can't put it any better than that. What I learned about Baltimore is they do not make excuses. They have had as many injuries as any organization in baseball this year. They've lost big names. They've lost, accessories. They have not made excuses. Jackson Holliday didn't pan out right away like they thought he would. They don't make excuses. They show up and they play with who they have. And who they have is an amazing team. This is an offense that is relentless, 1 through 9, okay? You cannot take a break on that lineup. I mean, they just kept pouring it on yesterday, kept pouring it on. And some people might say, stop. Don't you see they're dead already? No.
They said they're not dead yet?
No. Baltimore understands the mission. They understand what they need to do every time they're across the lines from the New York Yankees. They need to show up and they need to go until the final out, because Baltimore is a team that's on a mission and they sent a message. I really liked the way that you put it yesterday. We wanted the Yankees to make a statement with this series. Baltimore is the team that walked away making a statement.
100%. No doubt about it. And Philo with the super chat says Baltimore has 6 players with an OPS over 800. The Yankees have 2. Stanton is at 791. So I'll give my take on the Baltimore Orioles. I had a lot of fans I had a lot of fans in this chat get mad at me because I said that Baltimore, believe it or not, Baltimore still has work to do. I had Yankee fans in the chat go, no, they're the best. They're great. They don't have nothing they need to do. And I'm sitting there going, yeah, they do. Baltimore has we have no closer. Let me ask you guys a question. You trust Craig Kimbrell closing games for you?
I'd rather Clay Holmes.
I'd rather Clay Holmes than Craig Kimbrell. And we're going to talk about Clay Holmes. Don't get me wrong. He's not a big positive right now, but we're going to talk about him. Yeah. But to sit there and act like just because they beat up the Yankees, and I'm not downplaying this at all, just wait for me to finish. To sit there and act like Baltimore is this great team and the Yankees stand no chance, yet the Yankees are still in first place, and everybody's making excuses on why Baltimore's better, fine. Go back. I am allowed to say what I say. Anybody can, but I got a track record of saying that it's going to come down to who does more at the deadline. I said it in Nights at the Round Table, and that was before there was ever a pitch ever thrown. I said that, and it's shaping up to be exactly that. Baltimore doesn't have a great bullpen. Baltimore starters have fallen. They're going to have to rely on some of their youth now. Povich the other day has nothing. And I don't care what I've had Oriole fans tell me they're not high on this guy. For the Yankees not to show up against Povich was disgraceful. Yes, the Yankees, of course, came back in that game and made it close. And then, let's be real, they kind of handed the game over on a silver platter and said, we're done. You could take the W. We'll go ahead and go home for the night. But to act like both of these teams aren't the best teams in the American League is nuts. One, they are. They have been and they are. It's going to come down to who does more at the deadline. Who is going to fix up their weaknesses? I've said this a long time about the Yankees. Are they going to be able to make the tough decisions? I am not taking anything away from Baltimore because, mind you, I had them winning the East in preseason. So if anybody wants to sit there and go, oh, you're just mad the Yankees lost. No, not at all. I've had Baltimore being the better of the team, even with Soto being a Yankee. But I also said it's likely still going to come down to who does more at the deadline, who fixes their holes they need to fix. And that is going to be the big difference maker. I still believe that right now. Now, Baltimore made their statement. They made their statement. They didn't just beat up the Yankees yesterday. They embarrassed the Yankees yesterday. Mm-hmm. And I'm kind of getting sick and tired of being a team that gets embarrassed because we have been that the last couple of years.
Far too
now, you don't necessarily feel the need to have to talk about what has happened in the past, and because the team this year feels different. This is why, if I am angry, that's why I'm angry, is because this Yankee team does feel different. I like this team a lot more. I believe in this team a lot more. I believe that their problems could be easily solved. Some of them just have to do with the Yankees doing the right thing. Exactly. And just making the quote unquote tough decision. They got to do that. But I've seen Yankee fans coping hard in this series. I've seen Yankee fans, folks, going as far as saying, I mean, we almost beat the Orioles. That's who you want to. That's who you want to be. As a Yankee fan now, we're lowering our expectations to, well, we almost won. I mean, we went to battle. I came in with 40 men. I'm leaving with 4. We surrendered, but we came close. We came close. That's why I've been, guys, NYYU is here for this reason. Don't let people fucking dig this in your mind. There isn't an almost in win or loss. No. There isn't an almost. I almost knocked him out in the first, but you got knocked out in the 6th. What's it matter? It doesn't. You're right. You're right. Well, maybe if I followed up a bit more, yeah, maybe if the Yankees scored 18 runs yesterday, they would have won. They didn't. There isn't an almost. There isn't a, next time, maybe we'll get them. It doesn't work that way, folks. This is what the Yankees have implemented through the media, through the fanboys who have this, it's never wrong, it's never bad, it's never time to go. We got fucked up. It's always an excuse. And that's why NYYU is here. Because you got to get back to that mindset of that's a losing mindset. That's not the mindset of a winner. Well, I almost. Tell that to Derek Jeter.
Almost.
I always go back to Jeet because Jeet is the modern now mindset of George Steinbrenner. He carries that mindset over. That who cares about second place? I love that interview when they go to Derek, they go, I mean, would you rather just not make the playoffs or would you rather lose in the World Series? And he's like, what's the difference? Well, the difference is in that mindset today, right? People today will go, well, at least you almost made it there. What does it matter? What does it matter? You lost. Who cares if you're second place? Who cares?
I tell you, right now we're looking at a fan base that has been conditioned and almost brainwashed to a point to believe that these things are okay. I mean, nobody this is not something that we should be okay with. I'm sorry. Like, and anybody out there like saying that, listen, I don't care, who you are, what your affiliations are, whatever it is. Anybody out there saying this is fine, don't worry, or this has happened before, or it's just a series in June or whatever, that's fine. That's your opinion. But you don't get to take that opinion and attack fans who are losing their shit, and rightfully so, because they have their right to feel the way that they feel.
Right.
If you want to have this everything is fine, it's all tulips and rainbows attitude, that's fine, bro. That's fine. Maybe you should share the shrooms that you're on with the rest of the fan base. I don't know.
Facts.
But you're entitled to that opinion. But just like you're entitled to that opinion, we are entitled to our opinion, okay?
Yep.
You can't tell me, Francis Lee, you cannot tell me that this series is not a big deal. I don't care how any of you spin it. Because the same way I just spoke about what I saw from Baltimore, I'm going to tell you what I saw from the Yankees. What I saw from the Yankees and their fans was a lot of excuses, a ton of excuses.
Yep.
A lot of coping, like Pete just said. My brother put it very well. Coping, but hard. I mean, I haven't seen people cope like this in a long time. I mean, the copium was being expanded across the timeline in generous amounts. It was crazy yesterday. People saying, oh, this doesn't matter. What does this have to do with October? What does it have to do with October? Well, I'll tell you what it has to do with October. Because people seem to play stupid when every time the Yankees lose a series like this, people like to play dumb. So let me help you guys understand, since you don't. The regular season, to some of you, might have no bearing on the postseason. To those who know ball, know that the regular season does, in fact, have something to do with the postseason.
Of course.
And the closest thing to a postseason atmosphere in the regular season are those big series. Thus far this year, the Yankees had the 4 games in Baltimore.
Lost.
They had the 3 games at home against the Dodgers.
Yep.
They had 3 more.
Sorry.
That was hilarious. They had 3 more just now at home to Baltimore. And people might not want to throw this one in there, but I'm going to throw it in there because it's the rivalry. They had 3 in Boston just last weekend.
Correct.
They lost every series that I mentioned.
Yep.
Every single one of them.
Yep.
Now, people want you to believe that that doesn't matter because they still have the best record in baseball, because they still have a measly half-game lead over Baltimore, even though Baltimore's one over in the loss column. People don't realize you can't take losses off your record. You can always add wins, but you can't take losses off. Okay.
Yep.
So that half game is very frivolous for you to people look at it and be like, oh yeah, we're good. We should be comfortable. That's not comfortable at all. We had a chance to put some L's in that record, and instead we let them hand us 2 more. But the point that I'm trying to make is, you saying these series don't matter. Well, how do they not matter? When this is the closest thing to a playoff atmosphere that we are going to get, is the big series throughout the year. So
of course it does.
Losing these series, then what is it that tells you people that they're just going to turn on a switch in October and be this team that you just think that they are?
Right.
Guys, we can't live in fantasy land. And I see a lot of you on Yankees Twitter, everywhere, content creators, whatever, living in fantasy land, telling people the thing is, this team is different. This team feels different. Listen, I'm not going to refute that because I've been one of the main people saying the same thing. This team is different. This team does feel different, but feeling is just that. It's just a feeling. I need that feeling to translate in the win-loss record. And up to now, every time we play a big series, they look a hell of a lot like the team that we just saw last year.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And they got, and they got better. They got better players. And that's even more scary is that they still don't have that deadly instinct to kill and to win in that moment. But let's piece this up kind of piece by piece here as a lot of the glaring weaknesses that have been exposed, I would say, over the last couple of games. The Red Sox series, the Baltimore Orioles series now. One of the main glaring weaknesses right now, and before we get into the offense side and the catching side of things, is the Yankees bullpen. Being anchored by Clay Holmes as the closer of the club. Now, you could make a case that even though Clay Holmes is the closer, he's probably one of the guys you might worry least about because how bad the Yankees pen is right now. Exactly. But he is a problem. Let's take a look at this right here. These are Clay Holmes. Look at this. Last 15 games, a 5.93 ERA. Listen, look at this for a second. 13 and 2/3 innings, 20 hits. All of those are soft contact. Every one of those are soft contact. Is that what we're led to believe?
That's what
that these are all soft contact. It's not his fault. He didn't mean to give these up. They were all little bleeders, little bloopers that just got by. Is that what it was? 5 walks, that's 25 base runners. 25 base runners in 13 and 2/3 innings as your closer. You want this guy closing a game in a 1-run game? He's not striking batters out. He has his highest. The stuff with Mo, again, anybody who ever said that, I got to be honest with you. You're dumb as fuck and should never talk baseball. You should never talk baseball. Because look, no matter how good you want to talk about Clay Holmes, if you want to play the sample size game, I could play the sample size game with anybody. He is back now to his normals with the Yankees. A 2.5, 2.6 ERA, besides his hit per 9 is the highest it's ever been. He's given up over 9 hits per 9 innings. Over 9 hits per 9. Let's talk about that. Lowest K per 9 he's had as a Yankee this year. He's walking less batters. Beautiful. Beautiful. He's given up much more hits, and he's not missing as many bats. Those are telltale signs when you look it over and go, this could get ugly. This could continue to get ugly.
Oh, yeah.
But again, I've said this many times. You want to talk about Yankee pitchers of the past that, they came to New York and they pitched well. Dellin Betances had 2 of the most dominating years in Yankee history as a reliever.
True that.
2 full seasons. Clay Holmes, whatever you want to say about him, he's never done anything near that. So, and again, it's not a knock on Clay Holmes. I think Clay Holmes is a very good reliever.
He is.
What I'm simply saying is to the people who love to gas players up and put this created persona over them and all this other madness, how about you dial it back a little bit and let the guy be who the guy is instead of, well, if you actually look at it, I mean, there's been a time frame here when he's been more dominating than the greatest closer, arguably one of the greatest pitchers of all time. Shut the fuck up. Honestly, shut up.
Literally.
Put your head where it belongs in a spreadsheet. Keep your head down. Don't look at the field and shut up. We'll ask you for numbers when we want to. Other than that, keep your mouth shut because you don't know dick about baseball.
No.
You know numbers, it's cute. There's a place for you.
No.
But be quiet.
They want to live. They want to live in fantasy land. And that's the issue. That's the issue that I'm seeing in this fan base. And it's not so much that I care where they're living, because it's like, my brother, you want to live in fantasy land? Like, yo, I don't care. Have fun with it, bro. But when you take that shit and want to argue with people who are watching every pitch, every at bat, and tell them that they don't know what they're looking at when you're not even looking at it, that's where I have a problem. Because you want to compare. You want to compare Clay Holmes to Mariano Rivera. You want to say that Aaron Judge is a better leader than Derek Jeter. You want to say, let these people be who they are. Aaron Judge is great in his own right. He does not need to be compared to Jeter or anyone else. Okay?
Not at all.
He hasn't won yet. Okay? Clay Holmes has had a nice little span, but when you compare him to a guy who was dominant, who pitched 18 years in the big leagues, you sound like a casual. You sound like somebody who's grasping at straws. And then you want to speak with this air as if you know more than the people that you're talking to. No, you don't. No, you don't. What the information you have, what you know, is information that can be Googled, okay? Everybody can go to Fangraphs. Anybody can go to Baseball Savant. Anybody can go to Baseball Reference. It takes a lot more to sit there and watch the game and interpret what you're seeing in real time. Okay. And for fans who know ball, they know where to go if they want that kind of interpretation. And that's why the U is growing the way it is.
And you even got these same fans that we're talking about, by the way, go to games with spreadsheets. They go to games with a laptop. They go to games and they're just looking straight down. That's all they do. They don't watch the play on the field.
They got their phone in their hand the whole time. And
you ever see some of these guys throw a ball?
Come on. Come on. Come on now. Come on. Come on. I don't want to see them. I don't want to see them throw a ball because half the time they look like some of our relievers right now.
They're 25 years old sleeping with Paw Patrol bed sheets. You kidding me? You got pee-pee stains on your bed. Shut the fuck up. We don't want to hear you.
Listen.
You're talking to men, baby. What are you doing over there? Clean your fucking room.
Who've been watching this game for longer than you guys have even been interested in it. People who have forgotten.
Where's their fathers
baseball.
at? That's what I want to know.
Like, it's crazy, bro. It's like, I say it all the time. I mean, I argued with one the last time I even got into back and forth. That's what I ended it with. I was like, my brother, I've forgotten more baseball than you probably will ever know. And it's not to shit on you. It's just to let you know where I'm coming from when I go into these conversations.
Facts.
All right. We're not talking about where, we pull up the numbers here to show you guys, what's happening, what's going on. But when we speak to you, we're speaking to you based off of what we've seen. In regards to Clay Holmes, we are telling you, in watching Clay Holmes recently, he cannot miss bats. He's giving up too many hits. He has not been effective in the closer role. This is recently. He has not been effective. Okay. You can pull up whatever numbers you want. You can cherry pick whatever little sample sizes you want to support your little argument. I'm talking about recently, as of right now, looking at Clay Holmes. What Pete just showed everybody here is that he is not missing bats and he is giving up too many hits, too many base runners for a player who is in the closer role. And the last thing that you want, the number one thing that you need to avoid like the plague, is base runners. That's the name of the game if you're a closer.
100%. 100%. You do not want that many base runners on base.
You don't want traffic on the bases. Why? Because things happen. Kansas City, we saw it. Okay? Things happen. Especially when you're not missing bats. And he's not missing very many bats. As a matter of fact, the bullpen in general is not missing many bats right now.
And that's one of the biggest problems on this team right now is that they're not missing anything. They're not missing bats. They're not missing any of that. I got a super chat here from Adrian. He says, Pete, and you got Michael K telling fans that it's okay that Clay Holmes is a great closer and that all closers have bad games. Look, nobody's denying that closers have bad games. We all understand that. But the fact of the matter, look, Michael K, I'm sorry. I respect Michael K as a play-by-play guy. I don't respect Michael K's opinions on the Yankees. The minute Michael K told Yankee fans or told whoever it was again that you sound like a fan, that's all you needed to hear. That was it. That Michael K was telling you guys, I'm not here for you. I'm not here for the fan. I'm not here to speak for you guys. I'm
thinks
not
he's
your
above.
voice.
Yeah.
I'm not here for that. You guys could take a hike. It doesn't matter. You sound like a fan. Who the fuck are you to complain? Who are you? You're a fan. Remember that.
know?
You're in the seats. I'm in the booth. Who are you?
Exactly.
That's what Michael K was telling you. And you, however you want to try to, oh, no, yeah, you were. The minute you told fans, you sound like a fan, you told fans, stay in your place. Who you think you're talking to?
That's exactly what he said.
100%.
And basically the connotation with that is that, what do you know? What
Yep.
do fans know? That fans don't know anything.
They don't know nothing.
There's this epidemic that happens, because I saw it yesterday with another guy, and I'm not even going to say his name because I'm not trying to give these guys any burn. They don't need any shine. And believe it or not, they love to get the shine that content creators like us give them. So I'm not doing that anymore. But I saw another guy say, look, now people are talking about trading Dominguez, but a couple weeks ago, people were clamoring that we had to sit Verdugo and Stanton just to get him up here and whatever. They love to do this shit. They love to do that shit. They cherry pick one stupid fan.
Yeah.
They cherry pick one stupid fan, and they make that one stupid fan the face of an entire fan base.
Yeah.
And then
it's like people in April that was saying trade Judge.
Exactly. And then, but that's the type of shit that gets me mad, because they see somebody out there saying, "Oh, Judge should be sent down," and then they tweet as if the entire fan base was on board with that shit.
Right.
Nobody was on board with sending Aaron Judge down to the minors.
Nobody
was
on board.
Come
on, nobody
with sitting Verdugo so that Dominguez could come up. Nobody.
Right.
Nobody with half a brain was saying that shit. Okay. So for you to respond with this air of, well, look, I mean, this is the type of things that fans ask for. You know what I'm saying? That fans don't know anything. Just listen to them. No. There are stupid fans in every fan base. I am not refuting that. All right.
Of course.
Because you know why? You know why? There's idiots everywhere.
Yep.
Everywhere you go. Okay. I'm pretty sure that if you got on a space shuttle and went to Mars, you find an idiot. You find
aliens. They're idiots.
They're everywhere.
They're idiots. Those sons of bitches on Mars.
But you can't sit here and attack an entire fan base based on what a very small group of people say that sounds cockamamie, and then respond to it so that you can dunk on an ignorant fan. No.
Doesn't work that way.
You want to have a discussion, you want to have a debate. We're the people that you should be talking to. But you see, they'll never do that. They'll never do that because of their insecurity. They don't want they won't do that. They don't engage with certain people. Why? Because they don't want to open themselves to possibly looking stupid.
Yep.
So they're always going to engage with a very stupid comment and stuff like that and put it as if the entire fan base feels like that. Nobody wanted Judge sent down. Nobody said that Dominguez should come up here and we should sit Verdugo. We didn't even talk about trading Verdugo. We don't talk about none of that stuff.
Facts.
But that's what people want you to believe. And that's why some fans also feel comfortable taking that route of coping and saying, nah, it's going to be all right. It's going to be whatever. Because they know that there's sheep out there.
They want to feel safe too.
We're going to fall for that shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
They want that's, you know what it is?
They want to feel safe. You're right.
Look, man, you never in life, and this is a life lesson for everybody out there. If you fall in line with the herd, you're just another sheep. Mm-hmm. It's that simple. If you're too scared to say what you truly believe, don't ever expect to advance anywhere. It's just not going to happen. If you feel the need that I'm not going to say that because look what everybody's saying, so let me stay in line. Well, if that's the case, then you might just be a Yankee beat writer. So you might be fine. You might actually be okay. Mike DeLaGuardia with the super chat. Let me get it from my phone because I can't see shit. There's two things that Clay Holmes doesn't have right now that's necessary to be successful. Command of your pitches and command of your emotions. When stuff breaks down, it really breaks down, says Mike DeLaGuardia regarding Clay Holmes. And again, I want to rephrase what I said before. He's probably one of the better relievers we have, if not the best reliever we have. The Yankees bullpen right now, Francis, is an absolute mess. It's an absolute mess to the point I'm telling people are going, why would Boone do that? And I'm sitting there going, what the fuck? What do you want him to do?
What else
like,
can he do?
I'm the dude saying this. I'm sticking up for Boone because I'm like, guys, the dude isn't going out there grabbing Dave Robertson. He's not going out there grabbing good relievers here. There's nobody. What would you like him to do here? They got nothing.
They
They
gotta
threw
go
this
with what they
dude
have
Hill
right
out
now.
there yesterday. I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's a mess. And you know what? Again, I'm just going to speak my truth. It's also part of the Yankees' fault
Mhm.
because why is Yoendrys Gomez in the minors still? This guy, every time he comes up, he's hitting 96 with a beautiful curveball, slider, and he's putting batters away. He's missing bats. Jack Neely, we're calling people up from AA all the time. Why is Neely still in AAA? I get guys have a process. I understand that. But man, oh man, at some point, maybe you'll disagree, but here's what my process on this is. It sucks right now, but I have confidence that there's enough in the system and that they can make a move or two. Guys also coming back from the IL, that the bullpen should be fine in the second half. At least we should see significant improvement. That's my opinion.
Yeah. I can't disagree with you. And I said it. I might have said it. I might have said it in the space this past Wednesday. I think the thing about the Yankees, the needs that we have right now is, as crazy as it's been with the bullpen, it's the least of my worries. Why? Because
Agreed.
because when it comes to the bullpen, Cashman has always shown the ability to build a representative bullpen. He's always been able to do it. I don't know why in 2024 I would just stop believing that he can't do that when I like what we have in the minors,
Yep.
and I believe that there's probably several arms out there on the market that we're not even thinking about that Cashman has already done the homework on, because that is his wheelhouse, the bullpen. So I'm with you. I mean, I feel like come October, the bullpen is not going to be something that I'm worried about as a fan. That's not just
Correct.
it's just not something that I think is going to be a long-term issue. And even when I look at it in regards to this past series with Baltimore and over the weekend with Boston, yeah, did I see things I don't like? Yeah, but I also saw guys who I don't think are going to be in the conversation come October. So
Agreed.
I'm not
Agreed.
necessarily, super duper worried about the bullpen. Now, if post deadline it still looks the way it looks now, there you'll hear me
And we got
talk
a
about it.
problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there I'll be like, yeah, we got a problem. But
Yep.
right now, it's like you said. I mean, Yoendrys Gomez is down there. All right. Jack Neely is down there. I mean, he's one of the guys that we said has to be protected in Rule 5, right?
Yep. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of
Something's,
them. So eventually they got to be on the 40 man anyway.
exactly. So I think a guy like Jack Neely is a clear cut candidate to be added to the 40 just so that he's protected. And once you add him to the 40, I mean, why not give him a shot at the very least in September and see
Facts.
what the guy can do, and get him up in time so that he can have that playoff eligibility, a fresh arm down the stretch. At the end of the day, you look at all the teams that compete, late into the postseason, and a lot of the arms that they have coming out the bullpen aren't the arms that they started the season with, because you need fresher arms towards the end of the
Correct.
year. Well,
Correct.
the guys who we're seeing now, your Victor Gonzalez's and
Tuh.
all these people, I'm sorry, like I just
Hill over the hill.
Tim Hill.
Tim over the hill.
Tim over the hill. I highly doubt that we're gonna be seeing those guys pitching meaningful innings come
Yeah,
October.
if we do, we're done. So like, there's no chance. Like if you do, you can't even get mad at it. You're just like, yeah, all right, we expect to lose.
Look, if Victor Gonzalez is coming in to a high leverage situation in a postseason game,
We're in trouble.
something terrible has already happened. So like
It already exists out there.
Just look at it like that, okay? So
Facts.
I'm not worried about that.
Facts. We got a super chat from Yanks fan 84. Should they look at Trevor Bauer again? Guys, I'm not even going into that conversation anymore with Bauer. I'm just not. No matter what anybody believes, is there even a realistic, any chance of a possibility of that? So there really is no point in talking about that. Guys, I want to cover two more topics before we get into your voicemails. And by the way, as I look at it right now, we got about 28 of them. So we'll try to get to as many of those as we can. But I do want to cover two more things. The next thing before I get into the offense and before I get into Trevino, I want to talk about Louis Hill. And I want to get a couple of just quick takes on this, because I said a lot of what I had to say during game season, the last couple of outings. Louis Hill, to me, I have significant concerns. But, I believe, and I know maybe is this optimistic Pete? Maybe it is optimistic Pete. I don't know. I believe there is actually a positive from this. Garrett Cole is back. Garrett Cole's the ace of the Yankees. Undisputed, defended, all that. He's done it all. He's the defending ace, undisputed ace. It's Garrett Cole. Okay? Carlos Rodon got paid to be up there. He had a bad outing. Marcus Stroman got paid to be up there. He had a bad outing. Nestor Cortez has done well. Maybe the Yankees need a starter. Maybe. We'll talk about that in a month. No doubt about it.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I'll say about Louis Hill. My personal belief over the last couple of outings is that Louis Hill is fatiguing. And he's fatiguing quick. You can see it. He's pushing the baseball. Somebody in the chat, Francis, yesterday said, but his velo's high. I said, that doesn't matter. That typically, if velo drops, that's an injury. This is not injury related. This is a guy who could see everything yesterday. And can you chalk it up to a bad outing? Potentially. But everything was flat. He's missing location by a lot. It's not like, it's not like somebody going, well, Pete, he's never been a command guy. No. I'm not saying that. Listen to what I'm saying here. Everything is flat and it's missing right over the plate a lot of the time. Even when he's good early, come the fourth, you start looking at him and going, that ain't the same dude. There's been a significant decline in movement on pitches. There's been a significant decline in location. That's the telltale signs of a pitcher that is tiring and that is worn out. The good about that is we could really, really use him in the pen.
Yeah.
If you just go, look, you got an inning to harness this, and then you're done. That's it. You got one inning, and you're done. We're going to really monitor you, but you got an inning. That's why I think it could potentially be a positive for this club.
I'll take it a step further.
Positive Pete.
If they are going to start considering him for a transfer to a bullpen role, they've been fishing for that Michael King guy all year who can give you multiple innings. Why not transition him that way? You move.
Agreed.
Don't just shock him from going to a starter to one inning, but take him in there and bring him out for two at first, and then work him down to the one. Probably come postseason time, he's more of a one inning guy, 2 innings if you absolutely positively need it. But I think that would be the best, not just for him, but also for the team. Now, I say all that under the impression that he continues on the trajectory that he's been on the last couple starts.
Right.
If his next start comes and he looks the same way that he looked in May, and then he follows that with another start like he looked in May, then maybe you hold off and say, okay, let's see what's going on. Maybe it was a rough patch. Starting pitchers are weird. We've talked about it all the time. I tell you guys all the time, starting pitchers are weird. They're just weird individuals. Everything about them is weird. It could just be a rough patch, but if you're looking at the body language, you're looking at the movement on the pitches, it does seem like he is starting to tire. And though it's only June, people have to remember he is coming off injury. He did not pitch last year. Like, he is going to tire out much faster than the other guys in our rotation. That's just a fact.
He's never had a workload.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair game. I mean,
and he's
people need
young.
to understand that. And again, this is why I love doing what we do. We've set the expectation for fans to not be hurt when the Yankees make that move. Matt Blake recently said that's not off the table of him coming out of the bullpen. They're kind of easing it in for the fans to go, look, but we've been here telling you all, don't let them tell you there's no innings limit, guys. There is. And no matter if they go, we got different metrics. Fine. But let's be honest, man. They've always had that. It's always been aligned that way. And I'm seeing it as Garrett Cole is back, and he's the anchor. He's supposed to be. He's paid to be that guy. Not taking away from anything that Louis Hill has done. Louis Hill's been amazing. I believe he's going to be a great starter for years and years to come. But we kind of always had an idea this could be his role, and it could be a very, very big positive for the Yankees.
Yeah.
One thing that is not a positive, the catching situation. Oof. And this was a very, very big topic on NYU Spaces. Guys, if you joined a space, 1, we thank you. 2, we went a little extra on this one because it's the biggest space we ever had. We had 152 people in there. Dane said it was the biggest baseball space he ever been a part of, and he's always in spaces. I always say Dane's always in space. That's where he is. So he's always talking baseball with fans on Twitter because he loves it. He loves what he does.
Yeah.
But it was a great night for NYU. Not a great night for the Yankees, but one of the big topics of that conversation was Jose Trevino. And this idea that, it's always on the pitcher and it's not on Trevi. And, look, some of those are on the pitcher. Understandable. Gunnar Henderson stole third base on Hill. Tim over the hill. Let me tell you something. Gunnar Henderson was 3/4 of the way before the pitch was even going to be delivered.
Exactly.
Hill didn't even look. He was running when Hill was here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he took off immediately. And, that's not on any. Pudge Rodriguez ain't throwing him out in that regard. But we got to look at the facts here. And the fact of the matter is Trevino has a horrible pop time and he has a horrible arm. The Boston Red Sox laid out a map to teams. The Baltimore Orioles then went on, stole 4 more bases against Trevino and said, okay, we get it now. This is going to be easy to do. We're in the chat on that day, Francis, right? And people are coming out with crazy, bring up Ramirez. And I'm like, whoa, hold on.
Yeah.
Let's be realistic here. The Yankees aren't going to say, hey, Trevi, adios. Maybe a phantom IL, maybe an IL stint, maybe there's something with the arm. We don't know. He says he's fine. I don't think he's fine. He's throwing a football out there.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Thank you to Joe Girardi, by the way, who confirmed everything I was saying during game season. That's why you watch us, because you know what the fuck we're talking about. Mm-hmm. Anyway, you got to believe the best solution right now is giving Austin Wells more playing time. Because is anybody going to sit here and believe that Jose Trevino is just going to carry over and have this 750 OPS the rest of the season? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. The higher potential in the bat as Wells. We all know that. Get him in there more. He got a better arm, and that's confirmed by numbers. He also got a better pop time, and let's be honest, he's also a very good framer. The only thing that Trevi does better, he blocks balls better. Yeah, that's important, but let's also put this into effect. Wells isn't Sanchez in that regard. He's still mid-pack in blocking. I think Wells is your only option. Got to play him more.
He's already here. He's already been with the team all year. I don't think he's going to throw off the vibes. There's already a couple pitchers who have had some amazing outings pitching to Wells. I think the best case scenario for us, the fans and the Yankees, is to probably hope for maybe this phantom IL stint thing, because otherwise they're not just going to like bench Trevino.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
That's not the Yankee way. Okay. They love him. The players love him. He's a clubhouse guy. He's very philanthropic. He does a bunch of things off the field that the Yankees love. He's been awarded, for the things that he does outside of baseball also. Yeah. This is a player that brings more to the table than just what he does on the field, and the Yankees are really high on that.
Correct.
But, big but, I'm talking Nicki Minaj.
I'm talking Megan Thee Stallion.
I'm talking
white pants first pitch.
Yeah, you see what you guys are seeing this right now. This is not pretty.
That's what I want to focus on too right here.
Yeah.
So the whole catching situation, I just want to show this to the fans is what we're talking about. He's one of the best blockers in the game. This is Trevino. He's one of the best framers in the game. Can't catch a person stealing the bag and has a horrible pop time. All right? Those are 2 things of significance right here. You switch over to Austin Wells, and you can see he's mid-pack when it comes to blocking. He does a little bit better job of throwing runners out. He has a much, 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 much better pop time. And the framing is right there with Trevino. So it's not like a pitcher is losing much here when it comes to this situation here. But, again, guys, the big problem is going to be if this continues, forget about the regular season. God forbid. You know what sounds crazy, Francis?
Oh, boy.
What if by some miracle the Boston Red Sox make and the Yankees are facing Boston in a postseason matchup?
They're going to run wild.
Let's say they're facing Baltimore. Baltimore goes, well, it's Trevi. Well, we know one thing we can do. So the Yankee pitchers now have to worry double down when guys are on base. I got to take a little focus off the batter because I got to make sure I keep these guys close. That is a very, very, very big disadvantage that the Yankees cannot afford. They got to figure it out.
It's an uncomfortable situation to be in as a pitcher. And, you know, I'm glad that you brought up yesterday's situation with Tim over the hill and Gunnar Henderson, you know, out there, because you said it. He was way off of second base, like way off of second base. Tim didn't check the runner, but when you have a runner on second base, yes, as a pitcher, you're supposed to give a look back. It's true. Now, if you haven't given that look back yet, right, there is a player on the field who has it right in front of them.
And he can do that.
And can literally tell you before you throw the pitch, hey, check this guy back or step off.
Yeah.
One of the two things. This has been my argument when people bring up, well, it's the pitcher's fault too. Well, it's the pitcher's fault too. Stroman is very deliberate going to the plate. It takes too long. Okay, fine. But even after that game, Stroman let six runners steal, right? Him and Trevino in tandem, right?
Yeah.
3 more stole after Stroman was outside of the game, right? Yep. This series, Stroman didn't pitch. Runners were still running wild, okay? We lost the game because Trevino threw a ball into left field.
Correct. Okay? Exactly. Football.
Dan Trevino, which is hilarious, by the way. Dan Trevino threw a bullet into left field, and we lost the game because of it. Okay,
fucking Dan Brady.
Stroman didn't pitch in this series.
Yeah.
How much longer are we going to continue to blame the pitchers? Because again, this just falls right back into that conversation that we were having earlier. The problem is that the fans have been conditioned that no, but we love Trevino. He's our guy. He's a platinum glove catcher. We love him. Look at his offense. Look at his offense. We're not gonna get that from Austin Wells.
Come on,
guys. I'm not telling you to go to Yankee Stadium with pitchforks looking for Trevino's head. I'm just telling you to call a spade a spade. He can't throw runners out.
Can I also just add something else here? Let's stop fucking baloneying ourselves here. Nobody goes to Yankee Stadium to see Trevi hit.
Come on.
Nobody pencils in Trevi to hit. It's a plus that he's doing it.
Yeah.
Fact of the matter is, let's stop acting like we haven't been talking about having the youth on this team take over eventually.
Yeah.
Let's stop act like we talk about Wells should be a regular starter more, because we know there's way more potential offensively.
And let's stop acting like the Yankees aren't thinking the exact same way. Because as much as they love Jose Trevino for everything I just said, they are also looking toward the future. He is not a guy that I'm telling you this right now. For those of you who have this love affair with him, you love his family, you love the way he looked, you love all that. I'm telling you this right now. Make plans to buy a different jersey. They are not going to pay this kid. They are not going to.
They got too many catchers coming up.
With everything they have in their system at that position. It would make 0 sense to pay this man.
Yeah, as soon as next season. I mean, you know, you can make an argument that if Trevino or Wells went down right now, Augustine Ramirez could potentially be the guy that they just say, hey, let's give him a call up. He's a better catcher. We know that, but he could hit. We know for a fact this kid could hit. He puts the ball in play. He's not a swing and miss guy for a power guy. That is something that many teams like, because you don't see that often. That's why his star is rising as quick as it is.
Yeah.
But it's certainly a problem. And here's the to put the kind of the bow on the present, and you just put it under the tree. Here's the good point of it. All of this could be solved. So this is not one of those situations where you look at it and go, well, he's out for the year. It's confirmed. It's not one of those. How do you replace that guy? None of that is what we're talking. Exactly. Look at the people we're talking about that might need to pick it up, or we have a replacement already. It's not some significant piece where it's like, oh shit, how are we going to fix this? It's fixable. Everything else the Yankees have is pretty damn good. If you want to look at the overall infield, I get it, but there's a deadline coming up. A Luis Rengifo, whoever you might think about, anybody else, I'm just putting a name out there, could make the Yankees a lot better when you look at them on paper. Ben Rice has had very good at-bats.
Yeah.
Play him. Keep playing him. He's had good ABs.
Yeah.
We got solutions here.
Yeah. It's important to mention that. And I think that's why I said coming into the show, it's like, look, we're in a pretty decent headspace because out of all the issues that we are, speaking about, none of them seem like things that the Yankees can improve on. None of them.
Correct. Exactly.
The catching position is a struggle right now, but it doesn't seem bleak. I feel like Wells couldn't be an answer to that. I feel like
no doubt.
I feel like a Goose could be an answer to that. We don't know, but I feel like there are viable options.
Yep.
It's not like, Trevino's cooked and we have nothing on the horizon and there are no catchers available, so we just got to roll with this guy. No, it's the same thing with the bullpen that I just said. Look, some of these guys are cooked, fried. It's over. That's it. Pack them up, stick a fork in them. They're done.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
But there are options. In our minor league system, there are options that commenced rehab assignments recently. There will be options on the trade market. So I have every reason to believe that this bullpen will look drastically different when we need them to. So, and as far as the lineup, we still have Aaron Judge and Juan Soto, in my opinion, two of the greatest hitters that this game has to offer, who can match up with any duo in the entire league. They just need the ancillary pieces. They just need a little bit of help.
And it's not like years past, right? Where it's like, who the hell you gonna get to be there with Judge? Well, you don't get that at the deadline. That's not easy.
Exactly.
It doesn't come that way. So,
but this year we're not looking for a running mate. We're not looking for his vice president. We're looking for the Secretary of State or some shit.
Yeah.
We're not. You know what I'm saying? We're looking for the Secretary of Education.
Yeah,
that's years
it.
Past,
it's little tiny pieces.
Yeah, in years past, we were out there, Cashman was out there shopping for vice presidents. That's not easy to come by.
Yep.
That's not easy to come by, especially when there's a bunch of other teams in the league probably shopping for the same thing. But this year, like you said, Rengifo's a guy who should be able to be had.
Mm-hmm.
Make it happen.
You got to make, and that's the big thing. Again, going back to kind of circle here, that's what I said in the offseason between these teams, man. It's probably going to come to the deadline. Got a couple of super chats. Rod Thompson says, this year's trade deadline might be a seller's market. It's going to be extremely expensive to acquire talent this year. Yankees have to go all in. No excuses. Alex says, it's funny, he just said this. I have this pulled up. Jose Trevino, last 15 games, 195 batting average. Again, never known for his bat. I don't want to pick on him too much. But if you look at that, 195 average, 277 on base percentage, 415 slugging, 41 ABs, 8 hits. Again, he's never been known for his bat, so I don't want to trash him too much on that. But we do got a lot of voicemails, guys. Francis, are you good to go over for a little bit?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go ahead and get into the first voicemail of the day.
Hey, Pete and Francis, Macho King in the house. How you doing? Down on the ground. Well, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, where all the grandmas play hoochie coochie. And the Orioles played with the Yankees like a $1 hole the other day. And it proved one thing: the Orioles got our number. With an assist from those miscreant Red Sox, no less. Losing to division rivals is absolutely positively bullshit. And this team is riddled with a bunch of curtain-jerking, not ready for prime-time choke artists, led by a so-called manager that couldn't run a popsicle stand in June in the middle of a heat wave. I knew the bullpen was gassed out, but we started with half a tank. And Rizzo, Torres, and LeBuque could all go to the IL, and it won't make a bit of difference, except improve the lineup. And Gleyber Torres is fiddling around the infield like a virgin that got his first whiff of bass. Yeah. The trash can better start making moves now to shore up the bench and bullpen. Because that loss yesterday is a warning that this team ain't ready for the smoke. Yeah. You gotta be strong up the middle, and we got no guts. And we're going nowhere. With Trevino, Torres, and it ain't getting any better. But like I always say, And I'll leave you with this. If you want to see the sunshine, you have to weather the storm. You gotta stay macho, 'cause the season is long. Always keep grinding to push your way through. And keep it right here within YYU. Whoa, yeah!
Come on. Come on.
Not yet!
Let's fucking go.
Fire
Let's
me up.
go.
Fire
That's
me
my
up.
guy, Macho, man. What a way to start the voicemails.
Classic.
What a way to start the voicemails. I feel bad for whoever has to follow him, but
I'm
good
telling
luck. Good luck to whoever has to follow him. Here you go. Let's get to the next one.
Hey, Pete, Gary from New York.
All right.
What a disaster that Baltimore series was. So I'm watching some, after the game, I was watching some highlights and shit.
Okay.
I ask you a question. What the hell's George smiling for? You just got your ass bit slapped, and you're smiling? And what a disgrace. This team's got some holes, major holes to fill. And what's it going to cost them to fill these holes? How much of their farm system they're going to have to drain to fill these holes that they have? Now, this team is starting to show cracks. What I'm worried about is they can't re-sign Soto. What the hell are they going to do then? They're at the point where go either way. It could either be a decent team for the next few years, or it's going to go badly. Well, I don't know what the situation is, but all I know is they got to get their shit together. And I can tell you right now, Clay Holmes is not a goddamn closer. They need to get out of their fucking heads that he's not a closer. Simple as that. Those two games that they lost when they came back, those two games in the standings could cost them the division this year. And then, Baltimore's got their number. They got a young team, and, they're going to be good for years. Yankees better get their shit together. Peace out.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. The one thing I'll mention really quickly there is let's not worry about Soto now. Soto's here. You got to really focus on this season, and I wouldn't even worry and even have the thought process right now what the team could look like without Soto. Don't even worry about that right now. When it comes to who you're going to have to give up for a large piece, yeah, you're going to have to give something up. But at the end of the day, too, I think a lot of that stuff is in the system. This is something we've talked about this whole episode, is that a lot of it could be in the system. Now, we didn't mention Jason Dominguez at all. He's supposed to be out until August. At the earliest. I don't know if the Yankees end up just saying, well, you're done for the year. I mean, at this point, if it doesn't recover the way they want, you never know. Obliques can be a very strange thing. It can take a lot longer. It can take quicker. You don't really know. It'll be amazing to have a chance to have him back, even if he's a guy that plays, maybe the final month, and then you go, well, Trent Grisham, we love you, but we need Jason Dominguez on this lineup, on this roster at least, for many reasons: the speed, the defense, the bat in general against maybe certain pitchers. There's the end of the day, when it's postseason time, it's all hands on deck. It doesn't really matter at that point how you go about it. You just go about it. So I think a lot of the options are there. Yes, they are going to have to surrender some talent, and yes, teams are going to ask for your Ben Rices. They're going to ask for your Augustine Ramirez's. They're going to ask for Spencer Jones. That's called negotiations, and the Yankees are going to have to figure it out. It's that simple, man. It's that simple.
Agreed.
It's that simple. Guy Lasource with a super chat says, All Rise is my favorite. Even my grandmother now watches. Oh, well, I think I know why she watches now, but.
Shouts out to Grandma. Tell her I said what's up.
Of course. Let's get to the next voicemail.
Hey, Pete, first, last. Hey, I'm a little worried about Teal.
Fair.
I said before, I love him in the starting rotation. I think he belongs there. He'd obviously potentially be a weapon out of the pen, but his command is, I think, it plays better. The ball.
Dude.
Can't hear that voicemail first, last. Sorry, brother, but you're just breaking up like crazy. Can't get those gaps in there. Let's get to the next one. Rara with the super chat says, Macho is like going after DMX performing live. Facts. It's hard to do. You don't want to follow up DMX live, no doubt.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah.
There he is.
What up, Seminary and Don Francisco? It is the one and only friendly neighborhood DJ Silly with the book calling in again. How you doing, guys? How you doing? I'm doing. My back's killing me. I'm on painkillers while I'm working, man, and it's fucking hot as shit today. But you gotta keep moving along, man. You gotta pay bills somehow. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Bro, like the fact that how many games are we in the season? Like what, 70 plus games?
77.
And we're only half the game up on Baltimore. Bro, Baltimore has been fucking playing good. For me, it's saying that either the Yankees and the Orioles are playing really good, or it's just the league has been so ass, But I can't complain because at the end of the day, we're still in first place as of today. We're still in first place. All we gotta do, man, is just fucking kick Charlie Morton's ass with Carlos Rodon on the mound tonight, and hopefully let's win this series, man, because we cannot lose fucking 3 series in a row, man. We cannot. We already lost to Boston and Baltimore. We cannot lose one more. Yeah, man, before I go, let me hit you guys with a little jokey joke. But this joke, Francis is going to love because it involves grandmas. So why should you never throw grandma's fake teeth at a car? Because you could dent your car. Dent your car? Get it? All right. Peace.
He's something else. He's something else. What are you going to do?
Dent your car.
Dent your car? Okay. All right.
Dent your car. I mean, I can't say that I haven't had a grandma, lose the dentures for a little extracurricular, but it is what it is.
My God. Yeah, Charlie Morton goes tomorrow. He said Charlie Morton today versus Rodon. That's tomorrow. The guy's on painkillers, so he gets a pass here.
It's Sale versus Rodon.
Yeah,
tonight.
Chris Sale versus Rodon. I hope Lowe's does it, man. Today is an Apple TV game, so again, guys, I ask you to bear with me. It's always a mess when we do Game Season Live on the Apple TV day, so bear with me. We'll try to make it work the best we can, but let's go ahead and get to a few more voicemails, then we're going to wrap up today's show.
What's going on, NYYU?
Yo.
All right, fam. Luis Hill on a hill.
Hey.
Can I ask you guys a question? Did the Yankees play yesterday? 'Cause I don't know what the fuck I was watching. Excuse my language. But I'm also a little bit upset about my guy, Louis Hill.
On a hill.
Yeah, he's just tired now. We knew this was going to happen coming off Tommy John, so, I mean, it's not scary. It was expected. I think it's time to move him to the bullpen. He's a strikeout guy. He could be exactly what we're asking for. Who knows? Maybe if he gets really comfortable and really does good, maybe he becomes that strikeout closer. I think I'm getting a little ahead of myself there, but I think it's time to move him to the pen. The offense, bottom of the order, is atrocious. DJ is not a starter. Waldo, I don't know what he's doing up here still. I want Luis Rengifo. I don't know how else we could really improve with the offense, but I do know DJ's a problem, Waldo's a problem, Trevino's a problem, the bullpen is a problem. I really don't know.
It's a lot.
That's all I got to say. Yesterday was terrible, but we'll see what's going on with the rest of the season. They really got to change something. I hope Cashman's eyes are open. I hope they don't just stay content and be like, okay, yeah, we're good. It was just one series. Let's look at the record. I don't give a fuck about the record.
Agreed.
All right. I'm just ranting now. See you guys later.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Nah, bro, that's what it's there for, to get it off your chest, my guy. So
Exactly.
Nah, you're good, man. No worries about that. We're gonna get to 2 more voicemails, guys, and we're gonna wrap up today's show.
Yeah, good morning, Pete. And while you on the ground, what up?
What's up?
All I'm gonna say is put Trevino on IL. And start
Facts.
August Wells. For the love of God, stop effing up with the progress of Austin Wells. He started to come through. Let him work. Trevino got exposed. PP arm. They do. Even Alex Cora figure it out. A team that wasn't even supposed to be this good. Like, we need to make some changes. and the bullpen is worn out. I don't blame nobody in the bullpen. But why the fuck did we get here? Hill. Not here, not Lewis Hill. Kent Hill.
Yeah.
Dude is dog food. It's a marathon, it's not a sprint.
Facts, man. No, I get it. I get the frustration. I get the anger. I get the, wanting to make changes. That's exactly what the show was about. And, hopefully people leave this episode going, all right, they do have changes in the system. And I think also things are going to get a little better. Let's hope that's possible.
Facts.
Yorbit Vivas is playing in AAA already, Hector. So he is back. He's back in AAA doing his thing. So we'll see how he kind of picks it up. Kind of sucked that he missed because it might have been a chance you might have seen him already if he had a, very good start to his AAA year, but missed a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yo, what's going on, Pete? What's going on, Francis? My brothers, manitos. It's truth always, my brother. God bless you guys in Jesus' name.
Thank you.
My brothers, I want to tell you, man, as we all know, the Yankees getting spanked yesterday. Yeah, it's crazy. But we need bullpen help. I'm going to repeat again. We need bullpen help. Bullpen help. I mean, the starter's going to get a hiccup here and there, but we got to be honest, too, that the pitchers, the Yankee starting rotation really carried us. And besides Judge offense and Soto's patience in the plate, the bullpen needs to be replenished. Like we need brand new bullpen help. Starting ASAP right now. It's crazy, man. I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm at work, man. But God bless you guys, man. I gotta stay tuned. I'm gonna hear y'all response. But God bless you guys. Peace.
Appreciate you, brother. And yeah, I mean, look, we summed up a lot of exactly what you're talking about. That we broke a lot of that stuff down already. So if anybody missed it, anybody just joining now, I mean, we've discussed all the problems on the Yankees. Didn't really hit too hard on the Yankees infield. But we'll leave that for another time. But there's definitely what we did. We talked about Luis Rengifo potentially and making a trade for an infield. So that'll be a big boost. But I'll leave you guys simply with this: is that there are options in the minor league system. We're probably going to see. They haven't made an official announcement yet, but maybe Yoendrys Gomez will be back up today. Ron Marinaccio has been sent down, but I don't think that's the only move they can make. I think the Yankees got to make multiple moves for the bullpen. We'll see if they actually do, but at the end of the day, that's all it is, man. We will see. We will see what the Yankees actually do, and maybe you start seeing Wells get a little more playing time. I think they got to try to be a little more consistent with him and give him that opportunity to kind of take over that, because Trevino's not the catcher of the future. Wells or Ramirez, as of right now, is, and you got to give Wells the chance to start playing a little more consistently, get that bat going more. Mm-hmm. And that's it. He's a guy, again, who's never played the way he's playing now, and I'm talking about the reps he's getting. He used to get daily reps every single day, so it's a little different. But, it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Yeah. I think what I liked, some of the voicemails, a lot of you guys echoed, this sentiment that it is a marathon, not a sprint. And I think that's pretty much the tenor that we've had on All Rise this morning. Look, the Yankees did not, they didn't show up again, against Baltimore. And if you want to, you can throw in the Boston series, you can throw in the LA series, since that West Coast trip, right, where we were riding, as high as we were all season, mm-hmm. we kind of came back down to earth. And look, that's what the season is, right? The season is about the ups and the downs, the roller coaster of it all. But I think we identified some solutions this episode, and I think that's where you guys can kind of hang your hat as fans, that we're not saying it's over by any stretch. We're not saying that, pack it up, season's done. Nah. We're just saying that things need to change. Moves need to be made, right? And if the Yankees make, some of these moves, I still have every reason to believe that they are going to be a World Series contender. And I say that today after watching this series against Baltimore, where they didn't look like much of a contender. But I'm saying that I agree. There's a chance. There's definitely a chance. And I feel like you have to take that chance because, again, Juan Soto is here, ladies and gentlemen. He is wearing the pinstripes. He is on your team. right now.
Yep.
After this season, right, we will see. I still strongly believe he stays here. But again, you never know until that pen meets the paper.
Yep.
So let's worry about today. Let's worry about now. Let's worry about 2024. And let's take care of business in 2024. It's been too long.
Far too long.
I'm tired of talking about 09. All right. I'm sick and tired of talking about 09. I'm tired of people pulling up memories from the year 2000. You know what I'm saying? From 1998. Let's make some new memories. All right. Let's spray some champagne in the home dugout at Yankee Stadium for once.
That's it. That's it. Facts. I think NYU would have its own parade. When that happens. Let's have its own. We'll pop champagne bottles ourselves together.
That's
and
a fact.
And
That's
do
a
that
fact.
with the fan base, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm all about that. But with that being said, guys, we are out again. Game season live tonight, followed by post game. You guys already know the deal. Bear with us though on that game season live. You guys know the Apple TV stuff is absolutely ass, but it is what it is.
Big night, Rodon.
Big night. Carlos on the mound. Until then, guys, I'll see you later. Peace out, baby.
Top 10 radar, yeah, we on your radar. Never miss, dog, and that's on occasion. Yeah, we on your radar. Yeah.
Hey, look, top floor, lifestyle, chef and boy, I'm cooking up. Way too high, ain't coming down, you see me if you looking up. I don't really talk too much, I show them run the numbers up. Lucky that I'm showing up, I'm going off, they know what's up. Wrist too silly, yeah, numbers crack the billy, yeah, don't need no dilly. I'm too fresh, I feel like really, yeah. Feel the duffels up, this sign, I need a million. I'm about to take off, and I know that I'm on they radar.